All right, good evening, everyone. Good evening and welcome to the 27th Annual Teacher of the Year celebration. I am Cindy Ball, Chief of Strategy and Innovation, and I have the honor of being your host for tonight's program. Tonight, we are honoring 24 extraordinary educators. These are the teachers who have gone above and beyond the call of duty to set an example for other educators and for their students. I am thrilled to see all of you here as we have returned to our regular celebration format here at RCA for the first time in 3 years. No. We are streaming live and welcome those who are watching through our YouTube channel. I will begin by recognizing our Board of Education members who are here with us this evening. First, our board chairwoman, Mrs. Pam Brown, is up on stage with me. And down in the front row, we have Mr. Justin Kinney and Mrs. Akita Palmer. We also have our superintendent, Dr. Terry Oates, on stage here. We have executive cabinet members, assistant superintendents, and all of our school principals here to support our honorees. We welcome all the family members of our honorees, along with our RCPS faculty, staff, friends, community representatives, and sponsors who are joining us here and online. We appreciate your ongoing support of our schools and our school system. Without your help, this recognition program would not be possible. It is now my pleasure to introduce to you our honorees and our 3 finalists for Teacher of the Year. If you will please bring your attention to the screen.
Veronica Burke, Hates Chapel Elementary. Veronica has been teaching for 8 years and has been teaching 4th grade for 2 years. In her spare time, she enjoys crossword puzzles, reading, and teaching Sunday school at her church. She and her husband of 25 years have 2 daughters, 1 son, and 5 beautiful grandchildren. When asked about her rewarding experiences teaching, she says, "The joy of seeing her students make progress and reach their academic goals is most rewarding." Kendrick Hill, Alpha Academy. Kendrick has been teaching for 22 years and currently teaches 6th, 7th, and 8th grade social studies. He enjoys playing video games with his children and everything electronics. Being from Buffalo, he is a die-hard Buffalo Bills fan who collects trinkets and Bills gear to add to his man cave. He tries to make it to a few games a year depending on where they are playing. He and his wife of 25 years have 4 daughters, with 2 of them still at home. He says it is most rewarding when former students find him and reach out to share what they are doing as adults. Many have remembered lessons he taught and told him he was right. They now fully understand why he taught them personal finances and its importance. Clyde Hill, Hightower Trail Elementary. Clyde has been teaching for 17 years and has been teaching 4th grade for 3 years. In her spare time, she enjoys cooking and gardening. She also teaches classes and volunteers in the food pantry through her church. She and her husband have been married for 23 years and have an adult son and a daughter who will be attending her freshman year at the University of Tennessee. She says it's most rewarding when her students have their own aha moment or when they break the color band in testing, especially when they receive their first proficient or distinguished level. Corey Hunter, Conyers Middle School. Corey has been teaching for 20 years in various subjects and grades from pre-K to 12th grade. He currently teaches 8th grade Georgia Studies and serves as the Social Studies Department Chair. He has been named Teacher of the Year in 2 of the 6 schools he has taught in throughout his career. He is also head coach for boys middle school basketball and assistant coach for football. He has fond memories of coaching basketball, track, football, and cross country, and while the region and league champions were great, he was honored to coach a 2011 state track champion. He enjoys shopping, traveling, grilling, exercising, and watching and attending sporting events. He is a huge Atlanta sports and Georgia Bulldogs fan. He is the father of 2 boys who are both recent graduates, one from college and one from high school. He says nothing is more rewarding than when one of his former students shows him gratitude for the impact that he had on his or her life. He says those encounters and experiences make him feel a deep sense of satisfaction in knowing that his teaching truly has a sense of purpose. Kim Jackson, C.J. Hicks Elementary. Kim has been teaching multiple grades from 3rd through 7th over his 10-year teaching career and has been teaching special education at C.J. Hicks for 4 years. He enjoys reading, cooking, music, attending sporting events, and spending time with friends and family. Through his fraternity, he supports a mentoring program and St. Jude's Research Hospital. He has 2 adult daughters and has been married for 10 glorious years. He says the greatest joy in teaching comes from the students. When his students learn something new, they take pride in their accomplishments. Nicole Johnson, Rockdale Virtual Campus. Nicole began her teaching career as a paraprofessional and has been teaching for 14 years. She currently teaches special education in the virtual setting for middle and high school students. In her leisure time, she engages in the art of customizing wigs for women, particularly those affected by hair loss resulting from medication, cancer, or other conditions. She also enjoys traveling and is the founder of an organization dedicated to mentoring and counseling young women. She and her husband of 28 years have a son, a daughter, and 3 grandchildren. Complementing her lifestyle is a pure white Pomeranian. She says one of the aspects that brings her immense joy is witnessing the growth and progress of her students, building meaningful relationships, making a positive impact on students' lives, collaborating with a supportive team, and continually learning and growing in her profession. She adds that it is truly a fulfilling and rewarding journey that brings her joy each day. Julie Matthews, Rockdale Magnet School for Science and Technology. Julie has been teaching for 10 years and currently teaches 9th grade mathematics and loves that she gets to teach 3 different types of math classes. She attended RCPS K-12, graduated from Magnet, and did her student teaching at Rockdale County High School. She says she is so glad to be able to work in this district and grow the next generation of RCPS scholars. She loves to read and has read more than 57 books so far this year. She also enjoys going to hockey games and visiting any beach destination because she loves the sun, sand, and water. She and her boyfriend have a daughter that attends Magnet program and 2 dogs she treats like they are her children. She is an active member of the Georgia Council for Teachers of Mathematics and the lead teacher for the Magnet STEAM Camp for 4th through 8th grade students. She says the opportunity to mentor our high school students as camp counselors has been very rewarding. Celeste Lopez Mendez, Pine Street Elementary. Celeste has been teaching EIP for nearly 5 years. She enjoys spending time with her family, going on shopping trips with her mom and her sister, and going for nature walks with her dog Coco that she shares with her fiance. She is super busy working on her master's degree, but when she does take a break, she likes quiet activities such as reading, meditating, gardening, or savoring a warm cup of coffee. She says she enjoys having the opportunity to become the educator she needed as a child. It's rewarding to be able to build relationships with all families in her school, including the Spanish-speaking families. She says watching her students grow throughout the year is the most rewarding experience. Marlene Michael, Rockdale Virtual Elementary. Marlene has been teaching for 20 years and is in her second year of teaching special education in the virtual setting for grades 3 through 5. She is an avid gardener, loves animals, and volunteers with the 4-H Extension Service. She and her family have a hobby farm where they grow fruits and vegetables and raise chickens, rabbits, and 3 dogs. They hope to add some goats to the farm as well. She is happily married with 7 children ranging in ages from 21 to 6, with the eldest being her only boy. She says it would be extremely difficult to pinpoint one experience that stands out over the many rewarding experiences she's enjoyed over the years. She states, "I can honestly say that the light bulb moments never get old for me. When a child realizes that they have learned something new, the light in their eyes fuels me to keep making more of these moments happen." Ashley Michaelenko, J.H. House Elementary. Ashley has been teaching for 15 years and currently teaches 2nd grade. In her spare time, she likes to go shopping, spend time with her children, work on home improvements, and work on her Jeep. She gives back to the community by offering support to her current and former families by donating things such as diapers, food, or clothing for younger siblings. She and her husband have been married for over 10 years and have 2 boys. When speaking of her most rewarding experiences, she describes a student she really bonded with during the pandemic. She saw her soar in her academics even while dealing with digital learning. Over the years, she has kept in touch with her mom and they have built a strong relationship. She says, "I have been able to watch this young student grow, and now I get to see her younger siblings grow and be part of their academic life here at school. I love teaching, and I truly feel like this is my calling in life. I feel so lucky that I get to teach at a school with such wonderful students, families, administrators, and teachers." Carol Miner, D.L. Stims Elementary. Carol has been teaching for 16 years and has been teaching kindergarten at Sims for 6 years. In her spare time, she enjoys going to thrift stores to shop and find bargains and treasures. She is active in her church, serving on the senior usher board and as secretary for the junior usher board. She and her husband have been married for 35 years and have a daughter and 2 sons. Her daughter is a teacher at Hightower Trail Elementary and last year was selected as their Teacher of the Year. She says it's most rewarding each time her scholars learn something challenging and they get it. She loves to watch them develop their skills and see students finally succeed at something they previously struggled with and now have their own sense of accomplishment. Michelle Moon, Lorraine Elementary. Michelle has been teaching for 25 years and for 6 years has been teaching kindergarten, which is her favorite among the 3rd through 5th grades she has also taught over the years. She loves to go camping, read spiritually uplifting books, and spend time with her family, especially her grandchildren. She is active in her church, serving in many roles, including assistant bookkeeper, sending a calling post for updates and prayer requests, and preparing meals for families in need. She and her husband have been married for 35 years and have 2 children and 5 grandchildren. She says the most rewarding experience in her teaching career is being chosen as Teacher of the Year by her colleagues. She states, "I work with such an amazing group of educators, and I feel honored to have been selected to represent Lorraine as Teacher of the Year." Phyllis Marino, Rockdale Open Campus. Phyllis has been teaching for 45 years and has served as the Learning Support Teacher at Open Campus for 9 years. She enjoys spending time with family and friends, going to Universal and Disney World, where she and her family have been to Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party for 27 years in a row. She also enjoys reading books while breathing in the mountain air, sewing and crafts, and weight training at the gym. She volunteers with the Boys and Girls Club, tutors in music and math, performs with different music ensembles, and volunteers with various music events in Georgia, Virginia, and Tennessee. She served in the Army National Guard for 20 years and is an 18-year breast cancer survivor. She recalls many special moments over her long teaching career, but one recently involved a student who suffered from severe anxiety and was afraid to speak to people. She worked with this student on his communication skills for a full year. He gave his first presentation to just her and built up to present to the entire class that applauded him. She says it was a great moment, and his growth reminded her why she began teaching in the first place. Michelle Powell Harris, Rockdale County High School. Michelle has been teaching for 21 years and currently teaches social studies and serves as the department chair. Michelle is the first person in her immediate family to graduate college and holds several degrees. In her spare time, she enjoys reading and researching law cases, shopping, and engaging in self-care activities. She volunteers as an academic counselor and for many organizations that raise money for scholarships, serve veterans, and assist college students in need. She and her husband have 2 adult sons and a teenage daughter. She says some of the most rewarding experiences in her teaching career have been the student success stories. Every year, graduating seniors whom she once taught as 9th graders will share that they understand everything she was teaching them, even beyond social studies. A recent letter from a parent thanked her for the impact she had on her child's life. The parent stated, "From the moment my child entered your classroom, it was evident that you were not only a teacher, but also a nurturing and compassionate mentor. Your genuine care and concern for each student's well-being have created a safe and inclusive environment where they feel valued and motivated to learn." Anna K. Robb, Shoal Creek Elementary. Anna K. has been teaching for 15 years and is in her 4th year teaching 3rd grade, where she has been the team leader for 3 years. In her spare time, she loves to travel, cook, and read romance novels. She volunteers helping people in need and donates to women's shelters and other charitable organizations. She says one of her most memorable experiences include having a student who was learning the English language and performing below grade level move up and perform at grade level and pass his end of grade assessment. She also notes the challenge of completing her master's degree while maintaining a 4.0 GPA and completing math, reading, ESOL, and gifted endorsements, all within a 2-year time frame. She states, "I love teaching. To me, it's more than a job. It is my calling, and whether I am working with children or adults, I love to be in the role of the facilitator and help students realize their full potential." Carlita Sigmund, Salem High School. Carlita has been teaching for 14 years and has served as the CTAE educator for 10 years and department chair for 7 years. She comes from a long lineage of educators, including her maternal grandmother, paternal grandfather, mom, 4 aunts, 3 cousins, her sister who also works at Salem, and some that will soon be in the 4th generation of educators. In her spare time, she enjoys event planning, traveling, cooking, gardening, and spending time with her 16-year-old Jack Russell Chihuahua mix. She is active in her church, serving as the senior citizen sponsor and high school leadership director. She says her most memorable experience was during the year she became the FBLA advisor. She was the leader for 7 students for an overnight stay at the FBLA conference, and she was both terrified and excited for this new experience in which they had a wonderful time. On that Monday, her mom had roses sent to school to tell her students how proud of them she was. She says, "She doesn't know it, but I still have that note that came with the flowers, posted on my bedroom mirror 10 years later. It was a beautiful start to my FBLA journey with my students." Sharon Slocum, General Ray Davis Middle School. Sharon has been teaching for 7 years and has been teaching 7th grade social studies for 5 years. She spent many years in the insurance and real estate fields before earning her degree and becoming a teacher as a way to encourage her own children to further their education. She then continued on to earn her master's and specialist degrees. She enjoys trips to the beach, reading, playing Candy Crush, and spending time with her fur baby. She has been married for 30 years and has an adult son and daughter. She says her most rewarding experience was when a student raised his hand in the middle of her lecture about China. He said, "Miss Slocum, you should write a book." She replied, "Well, I don't know what I'd write about," while wondering why he was interrupting her about something so random. The student responded, "About this. You make this stuff sound good." Sharavia Smalls, Memorial Middle School. Sharavia has been teaching for 5 years and currently teaches 8th grade language arts. In her spare time, she enjoys shopping at Target, reading, and spending time with her family. She is an active member and volunteers through her sorority. She says her most rewarding experiences as a teacher have to be the moments when students call her Mom. She truly believes in creating a family culture in her classroom. So to see her students engage and be impacted by this mission makes her heart burst into smiles. Jennifer Walker, Barksdale Elementary. Jenny has been teaching for 33 years and has taught kindergarten for a total of 24 years, including the past 11 at Barksdale. She enjoys clogging, Zumba, traveling, and all types of live music concerts. She has a son who just graduated from college and a kitten that showed up at her house and she adopted. She volunteered as a Cub Scout leader for many years and participated in Relay for Life events to honor her mother, support a friend, and celebrate other friends battling all forms of cancer. She says she is very proud of teaching her students social-emotional skills, self-regulation, and coping skills, as many are dealing with various trials and heartaches in their homes that are even difficult for adults. She states, "I have always provided a safe space in our room to let them know whatever is making them sad or upset, we can make it a great day. It's a powerful thing when a 5-year-old learns how to calm themselves. You must meet their emotional needs before academics. I have formed bonds with my students, and I love to see their successes when they leave our kindergarten family." Delvin Wilson, Heritage High School. Delvin has been teaching for 27 years and has been teaching math at Heritage for 3 years. He loves to watch movies and streaming shows with his family, collecting and reading books, and coaching and training basketball players, including his teenage son. He volunteers, tutoring in mathematics, and coaching youth basketball. He and his wife have 2 daughters and 1 son. He says his most rewarding experience in his career has been the opportunity to serve Rockville County Public Schools as a high school, middle school, and elementary school teacher, and as the secondary math and science coordinator at the central office. He says each experience broadened his perspective immensely. Tashay Winfield, Honey Creek Elementary. Tashay has been teaching for 10 years and has taught 5th grade for 9 years and currently teaches 5th grade math and science. She enjoys spending time with family and traveling around the world. She has been married for 10 years and has 1 son and a daughter. She says her most rewarding experience in her teaching career is seeing her students' growth. She says, as educators, each year we receive new scholars along with the task to ensure they continue to grow academically. She states, "Not only does this impact my focus each year, but it gives scholars an opportunity to see their growth. I provide my scholars with academic folders which allows them to monitor their assessments and growth for the year. Prior to each assessment, my scholars review their previous score and aim to score higher. This is my most rewarding experience each year because this confirms that I have not failed my students and I am providing an environment where they are responsible for their own learning. Jasmine Bethay, Edwards Middle School. Jasmine has been teaching for 7 years, all of them at Edwards, where she once was a student herself. She is a learning support teacher, the special education department chair, building leadership team chair, and was recognized for being the outstanding technology teacher of the year. In her spare time, she enjoys yoga, Pilates, barre, reading, music, and listening to podcasts and audio books. She is active in her sorority, with the NAACP, community service projects, and with her church. She is a dog mom to a Shih Tzu and considers her students to be like family, as she works with them for 3 years with multiple subjects. She says her mom works at Edwards too, so her school really is like another home. She says her professional motto is to strive for progress, not perfection. So when her students achieve their goals, it makes all the hard work worth it. Also, having her class score the highest star reading and math growth for the entire 7th grade, and having one of her students recognized for reading the most books in 7th grade are among the most rewarding experiences.
Miss Bethay, how are you doing? Listen, everybody inside? We're ready? We are proud to inform you that you are one of our 3 finalists for Teacher of the Year for Rockdale County Public Schools.
Oh my God.
Thank you. Keep a secret.
Oh, congratulations.
Give us the gift. Yeah, that's right.
Oh,
Go and get in there, Mama.
I feel like this is my award too.
Miss Bethay is an awesome teacher. She makes sure that her students know their fullest potential. So she sets no limits on learning for them. She's just making sure that they know that they can do it. She makes sure they have a growth mindset. She's always telling them, that's okay, we're just gonna try it again. I think that more people just realize all that she does and gives to students and how amazing she is, not just as a teacher, and I've said this before, as a person. She just has such a loving, giving spirit. She's one of those, what can I do for you? What can I do for the students? What can I do for my colleagues? What can I do for the parents? And she is very sincere in that. There's no artifice in her. She is just a wonderful person. And when you're in her sphere, you just can't help but smile and notice just how great she is.
My name is Jasmine Bethay and I teach 8th grade. I'm learning support, self-contained. Oh I was beyond, first of all, shocked, and I was completely honored. I was speechless. And so this is just the biggest moment of my life. And just having my students and being able to share it with them while they were in the classroom made it even more special. And seeing the board and seeing Dr. Oates, my principals, and even my mom who works here at the school. It's just such a family. It was just amazing. So my journey started from the get-go. My experience started with my mom being into the classroom when I was a student in elementary school, and up to middle school being a student here at Edwards. It's just been a full circle moment, and being mentored by my 6th and 7th grade teachers as I was a teacher, and being interviewed by them has just made it even more rewarding. But I knew from the beginning that I wanted to be a teacher, and so just coming back here to Rockdale County Public Schools has just been amazing. I love Edwards Middle School, and but having the mentors and being here has really just made it so easy. and it's really like a home. It's my family. The students that I teach, having them approach me and tell me that they want to be educators. I even have a student who wants to have his own school because he sees what he wants and the teachers that have really impacted him. And so that makes it even more rewarding, yes. Exponential growth I get to witness between 6th, 7th, and 8th grade alone. So that experience is just, it's got me hooked. In particular, I've had one student, was performing at about a 2nd grade reading level, and just in the matter of like 2.5 years, he's at about 7th. And so just seeing that growth and just that culture that we have in the classroom, that we're just striving for that progress, just wanting to see that growth every day. That's what we're building towards, just progress. And once they see that, they're even more dedicated themselves and reaching their goals because we're tracking it constantly. So all of that, that work-life balance is so critical. And one thing that I really stand by is just exercising, moving. That's what I tell my students to do. It really just helps you just with your health. And of course, mental health is so important, but one thing that I do is yoga, Pilates, bar. I take time to go throughout the weekend, also reading. I have my own interests, traveling, being able to spend time with my own family, even though my students are my family, but just being able to unplug that way is important. And I really push my students with extracurriculars, getting them to go outside of their comfort zones with athletics and different clubs and organizations. So I try to practice what I teach. Yes.
Dr. Christy Davis Langston, Flat Shoals Elementary. Christy has been teaching for 24 years and for 2 years has been teaching 5th grade. She loves traveling with family and friends, playing kickball, reading, experimenting with new recipes, and playing with her dog named Cookie True Langston. She and her husband of 16 years have 2 daughters and 2 grandchildren. She is deeply connected with her community through service projects, charity organizations, sports volunteering, and church ministry. She says her most rewarding and enriching experience was when she had the opportunity to teach English abroad. She says it was an incredible way to immerse in the culture and teach English to students and faculty. She was able to share her knowledge and educational strategies to enhance student achievement.
Maggie Dagenhart. I'm the principal of Flat Shoals Elementary School. My first thought was, I'm so proud. Dr. Davis Langston has worked very hard for this honor, and she does it so quietly. Dr. Davis Langston is not one to toot her horn, although she does a lot of great things. Dr. Davis Langston has been a member of our faculty for a few years now, and she's just an incredible teacher. She brings a lot of warmth and grace to her classroom every day. She's a great facilitator of all lessons. She's a team player. She collaborates with all our teachers each day, and she really does lead her team to be excellent every day. Her lessons are incredibly engaging. The children are always collaborating together, talking to each other, using a lot of strategies that are very effective, and that shows because her progress over the years, the achievement levels have grown tremendously.
Hi, my name is Christy Davis Langston. I am a 5th grade teacher here at Flat Shoals Elementary School. It means so much to me because I truly love what I do, and so for other people to recognize or be able to see how much I'm giving to the students, because I know they can make a difference in our future, and I'm just giving them all I have, and so for it to actually come out, it's a great experience. I got started in education from my mother. My mother is a retired teacher, and I remember since we was young, I was going to school with her. I was there over the summer breaks. I've been there making posters, doing bulletin boards, and especially extended family on the weekends. I always knew that I wanted to be a teacher, and so I wanted to go to the best school to be the best teacher, and at that time, it probably still is, it was Fort Valley State University that produces the best teachers. And when I went to Fort Valley, I knew that I wanted to continue on in the educational field, and so I moved to Atlanta. Been living in Atlanta throughout the years until I decided to go teach overseas in Dubai. Throughout my time, I've done a lot in the education arena. I was an instructional coach. I've done head of curriculum and instruction. Also, I was an AP, and then high school overseas for principal. One year when I was teaching 3rd grade, and I had a class that was performing a little bit below level, and I knew that I was the person for the job, and it was all boys. So I had an all boys class. Those are some of the ones that was having some academic and behavioral problems. And it was like, Dr. Langston, we need you. We need for you to turn these boys around. And throughout that time, I was able to get the community involved by having people come out to read with the students, to do math with the students, also doing performance tasks with the students. And we went out into the community, and their motivation and self-efficacy, I mean, just grew throughout the roof. They thought they can do it all. And also, it worked. My motivation, and with them believing and within themselves, I saw tremendous gains throughout their test scores. And also at the end of the year, they was motivated about learning. The next year, when they went on to 4th grade, they came back all the time talking about, hi. So they was very excited, their parents. So I know that it's us teachers who make a difference in our students. It's our motivation, it's our drive. And that was one of the best years that I had teaching the all boys.
Rosetta Hardaway, Rockdale Career Academy. Rosetta has been teaching for 7 years as the Healthcare Pathway Instructor and HOSA Advisor. She enjoys spending time with family and trying new foods. She and her husband of 22 years have 2 sons, ages 15 and 20. She has a great partnership with Piedmont Rockdale, which gives her students experience working in a hospital and helping with community service events. She says it is most rewarding when former students return and share how much she has helped them and prepared them for college. Recently, one of her former students asked if she would attend her nursing pinning ceremony after graduating from Augusta University. She says, seeing the confidence my students gain and the push they develop from being in my class is rewarding because I know without a doubt they gain the skills and knowledge needed to carry them in life. Rosetta continues to work part-time as a surgical technologist at Children's Healthcare so she can stay up to date on healthcare skills to ensure her students are learning the skills they need to be successful.
It gives me a great deal of pleasure to formally notify you that you are one of 3 finalists for Teacher of the Year. So welcome to
I'm Dr. Corey Williams, the Principal CEO of the Rockdale Career Academy. Ms. Hardaway is such an amazing teacher, and you can tell that she's called to teach, that her purpose in life is to teach students. So when I found out that she was a finalist for District Teacher of the Year, I thought that this couldn't happen to a much better person, that she can possibly represent the district as a Teacher of the Year and as somebody that other teachers could look up to. Things that I've seen is that she's always trying to go the extra mile for students. She's always thinking of different ideas, field trips, experience for the students. She doesn't want the students just to sit there and just get information. She wants to influence students to go into a career in healthcare and actually taking them to the actual hospital and saying that, hey, this could be your life. This is what you can do in a healthcare field, and giving them that hands-on and real world experience, because you have a lot of students in the healthcare pathway that are interested in being nurses or patient care. So she's really affecting kids about what they are interested in going into the future, and she's transforming students from being students to being possible nurses.
My name is Rosetta Hardaway. I teach healthcare science at the Rockdale Career Academy. To be honored by my peers is a different level for me. You know, I've been honored by students before, but to be honored and recognized by the work that I do in the classroom by my peers and other people, that was very special and heartfelt for me to be able to experience that. So I've been in healthcare. I knew I always wanted to be in healthcare. I wanted to be a pediatrician. And then once I got to college, I went to school to become a surgical tech. I was kind of in a rut in my career, and I was like, God, just guide me where I'm supposed to be. That would be my prayer every morning when I was going to work. We came to open house, met Mr. Davis, and then a few months later, he called my husband and was like, is your wife interested in teaching? And he was like, I don't know. So he said, call her. So he called me, asked me to come in. It was the day before school started. In 2016, the day before school started, I came in, interviewed, and told me if I wanted the job, that I would have it. So here I am. Never in a million years did I imagine I would be teaching, but I honestly love it. I love the bonds and connections I make with the kids. I follow the kids. They still call me and text me in college. They invite me to their graduations, any milestones. So I really can honestly say I do love my job. I have a couple of students, one that's at Tennessee State. He just graduated. He's at Meharry getting his master's in public health. I have a student, she just graduated, a couple that just graduated this year from nursing school, so they're working. One's at Rockdale Piedmont. I have a couple down at Emory. So just everywhere, and I always tell them if they need anything, they can call me. So they'll call me. That first anatomy class is usually the first phone call. Ms. Hardaway, I need help. This isn't what I thought. And so I just, tell them, okay, buy this book or do this to get them, to help them prepare for the class.
On behalf of the Rockdale County Board of Education, I would like to congratulate all of our Teachers of the Year. And I know you all know how proud I am of you. I love you so much. To our honorees, I extend our collective appreciation for each of you. We understand the long hours and nurturing it takes to be a successful teacher, now more than ever. You were challenged by a global pandemic, which has had lasting effects on our students and families. Your perseverance prevailed, and tonight we celebrate you as being one of the best in your field. You nurture and empower our students to find their own success and prepare them for a bright future. You set an example for others to follow with a passion for teaching and an unwavering commitment to your students, your school, and your school community. We are grateful, and we choose to be part of Rockdale County Public Schools family. Thank you all for all you do, and congratulations to you all.
Thank you, Mrs. Brown. To become Rockdale County's Teacher of the Year is not an easy task. Following their selection as school-level Teachers of the Year, these honorees completed a comprehensive written application. 3 judges reviewed the applications, and the 3 teachers who received the highest cumulative scores were named finalists and moved on to the second level of judging. The second phase included classroom observations and interviews before selecting our District Teacher of the Year. This is always a really tough decision because all of our teachers are so great. I would like to recognize and thank our 3 judges for giving so much of their time and attention throughout the selection process. This year, our judges were Ms. Stacy Homer, our 2022 District Teacher of the Year, Mr. Fred Middleton, a retired RCPS administrator, and Mrs. Andrea Pritchett, retired RCPS Director of Curriculum and Instruction. Thank you very much. And at this time, I will turn it over to our Superintendent, Dr. Terry Oates.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us to honor a select group of outstanding teachers. Dr. King said, "Intelligence plus character. That is the goal of true education. These teachers were called to make a difference in this world by shaping the minds and character of our young people. This calling has certainly become more challenging as we continue to adapt to the changing educational landscape. These amazing teachers find ways to challenge, inspire, and motivate students to fulfill their highest potential, ensuring that they are prepared for the future. You see, before you can engage the mind, you have to inspire the heart. If truth be told, students really don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. I would be willing to bet that students would tell you that these teachers demonstrate not only the highest level of competence in the classroom, but they also exhibit the traits of compassion, kindness, understanding, and a genuine love for their students. These remarkable teachers fundamentally understand that they teach students, not content. They are not only outstanding teachers, but they are outstanding people. As superintendent, I'm proud to recognize all our honorees tonight who truly deserve our appreciation for their hard work and dedication. They represent many subject areas and grade levels, from our young elementary learners to social studies, healthcare, mathematics, English language arts, science, and virtual learning, just to name a few. With so many amazing educators in our midst, it is very difficult to narrow the field to one Rockdale County Teacher of the Year. But the Teacher of the Year criteria demand that we find those who stand out the most. I will close by simply saying thank you. Not only our honorees, but to all the amazing teachers and staff of Rockdale County Public Schools.
Thank you, Dr. Oates. This is the time we give our outgoing Teacher of the Year the podium to give remarks. Unfortunately, Miss Torillo could not be here at the last minute, so I will read her remarks on her behalf as if I am her. If she's watching tonight online, I hope that I do this justice. Hey everyone, my name is Lydia Torillo, and I'm the outgoing Rockdale County Teacher of the Year. It has been an absolute honor to represent the county throughout the 2022-23 school year. I want to thank Dr. Oates, the Board of Education, the RCA admin team, and all my friends at RCA for supporting me and celebrating alongside me this past year. It hardly feels fair that I alone got the title of District Teacher of the Year this past year, because all teachers know we do not fight this fight alone. We are always leaning on and being supported by others, whether that would be our fellow teachers, our admin, our family, or even our students. It truly does take a village to be a teacher, showing up day in and day out to pour out our heart and souls for these students. It cannot be done alone. I would not have made it to my 10th year this year without the constant encouragement and support of my RCA family. Getting to be part of this school's community, as well as the community of this county, has been one of the greatest gifts of my life. I feel like I have truly grown up here. I started teaching here at RCA when I was just 22. I have really become a grown-up here in Rockdale County. I have experienced some really heavy trials, but also some very special joys. And I could not imagine a better place to experience it all than in this district. My hope and prayer is that our upcoming District Teacher of the Year embodies a passion for community. To have made it this far in the running for District Teacher of the Year, it means you have already proven that you are here for reasons beyond yourself. You have been celebrated and commended by your peers as people who are caring, someone who puts others ahead of themselves, and is seeking to speak life and truth into your students. I hope that whoever receives this honor tonight uses their platform and influence to bring the community together, to show not just students, but their families that they matter and have value in this community. I hope that the next District Teacher of the Year helps more students feel empowered to be who they were made to be and to do it with a confidence that only comes from knowing you are not alone. It has been such a privilege to represent this county throughout the past year, and I thank God for even blessing me with the gifts and the abilities to thrive in the teaching profession. I cannot wait to see who is named this year's District Teacher of the Year. I know whoever it is will serve and represent us well. Good luck. We certainly thank Mrs. Turillo for her remarks and give our heartfelt appreciation to her once again for being among the best of the best. So we are just minutes away from the big announcement, our District Teacher of the Year. But before we do, I would like to thank all of our community partners who contributed to the gift bags for each honoree, our finalists, and our Teacher of the Year. This year's honorees will receive a gift bag from Georgia United Credit Union that includes a plaque from Coca-Cola Bottling Company United, gift items from Georgia United Credit Union, Piedmont Rockdale Hospital, Todd Shambo State Farm, Dermatology Center of Newton and Rockdale, Emeritus, Wingstop. It also includes a $10 gift certificate from Cowan Ace Hardware, a $25 Amazon gift card from Canon Financial Strategists, a $25 gas card from the Ahmadiyya Islam community, and a check for $50 from the Rockdale GAE. Our finalists will also receive the same gift items, but a few things are a little bit different. They have also a $25 gift card from Wingstop and a $50 Amazon gift card from Canon Financial Strategists. Now, our Teacher of the Year's gift bag includes all of that. A few things are a little bit different, but it also includes a massage from Piedmont Rockdale, a $25 gift card from Amici, $25 gift card from Wingstop, a $25 gift card from Academy Sports, a $25 gift card from Home Depot, a $100 Amazon gift card from Canon Financial Strategists, $100 from our county chairman, Oz Nesbitt, $150 from the RCPS PTA Council, and $300 from the Conyers Rockdale Chamber of Commerce. And now, the time you have all been waiting for, the announcement of our Teacher of the Year. Dr. Oates, will you please do the honors?
It is my distinct pleasure to announce this year's Teacher of the Year. And our 2023-24 Teacher of the Year, Rockdale County Public Schools District Teacher of the Year, is none other than Dr. Christy Davis.
afternoon to everyone. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm honored and humbled to accept this Special Recognition Award today as the District Teacher of the Year. On behalf and special thanks to our Superintendent, Dr. Oates, Rockdale's administrative team, board members, Chairwoman Ms. Pam Brown, and the Teacher of the Year Planning Committee by Ms. Cindy Ball. I would like to take this opportunity to first and foremost thank God for his never-ending grace and mercy throughout my educational career. I know that I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I'd also like to take a moment to thank a group of people that simply have been there throughout my entire educational career. I have an awesome support team. My husband, retired Sergeant Major Richard Langston, my daughters, grandson, my parents, my sister, my niece, my nephews, all whom are here with me on today. I love all of you, and I could not have done it without your help and support. To be considered for School Level Teacher of the Year at Flat Shoals Elementary is a true honor amongst my peers. I'd like to thank my principal, Mrs. Degenhart, the administrative team, my team members, and the entire faculty and staff at Flat Shoals Elementary School. Thank you so much. To my fellow nominees, it's an honor and a pleasure to be on this platform with both of you on today. A job well done. I know that we worked so very hard, but you're recognized every day by all, especially these babies everywhere. For the past 2 years, going on 3 years now, this year at Rockdale, I have not missed a single day of work. Over 400 days. And a lot of my colleagues say, why are you coming to work? It's simply because I love what I do. My students throughout the years have always been the core of everything that I do. All that I can say is empowerment, self-efficacy, and relationships is what I embody. Empowerment to me in education means getting students to take ownership of their learning, encouraging them to believe in themselves, and fostering a love for education. But I know that in order for me to empower my students on a daily basis, I have to build relationships in my classroom. The great Booker T. Washington once said, education is relationship. Therefore, I know my students will not learn from me if they do not trust and believe in me. This is where my belief in self-efficacy comes from. My dissertation years ago focused on this topic. The data supported and still supports that teacher self-efficacy, increasing students' academic achievement is at the forefront. I take pride, true pride, and a sense of accomplishment that comes from empowering my students daily. I've learned a long time ago that being a teacher is a continuous self-improvement process. CSIP, yes, another acronym. I ask myself daily when walking into my school building, how can I continue to improve my instruction, my class relationships, motivation, and student growth? I know this process for student success will lead them on the right path, a path that is never ending, a lifestyle of success. I'm striving to follow our district's vision. All students will become productive and thriving members of our global society where they can advocate for themselves and others. My teaching self-efficacy and my beliefs on empowerment is that little red engine that moves my students along the right path of success. I'm always striving, and I mean always striving. Late at night, early in the morning, coming up with different plans, always striving to promote high levels of self-efficacy in my students. When I do this, my students become confident in their capabilities and believe in themselves by having a feeling of success and achievement. They inspire me to be the best that I can be. I want to continue to be a part of this ever-changing world of education, to educate and empower all of my students by meeting their individual needs, academic, behavior, and emotional needs. This would be a new academic endeavor for me, but an awesome responsibility that I am ready to tackle. Thank you again for selecting me. I will do my best to represent this great school district. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Davis Langston. Each year, the Rockdale County Board of Commissioners signs a proclamation in honor of our Teacher of the Year. Tonight, we have Ms. Melissa Mims, Director of Public Relations for Rockdale County, here to present the proclamation.
Good evening. Good evening on behalf of the Board of Commissioners. Whereas Rockdale County Public School participates in the annual Georgia Teacher of the Year program, sponsored by the Georgia Department of Education. Whereas the teachers selected for the Teacher of the Year title are individuals who inspire all students of all backgrounds and abilities to learn, have the respect and admiration of their students, parents, and colleagues, play an active and useful role in the community and in the school, are poised, articulate, and energetic. And whereas the Teacher of the Year program recognizes exceptionally dedicated, knowledgeable, and skilled teachers who plan to continue their career in education. Whereas the Rockdale County Teacher of the Year is selected by a panel of judges based on the responses to questions from a written application in a formal interview session. Whereas Dr. Christy Davis Langston teaches 5th grade at Flat Shoals Elementary. She has been teaching for 24 years, using creative and innovative ways to motivate and engage her students. Dr. Christy Davis Langston has been selected by the judges of the Rockdale County Teacher of the Year for the 2023-2024 school year. Now, therefore, be it resolved by the Rockdale Board of Commissioners, do hereby salute Dr. Davis Langston and proclaim Tuesday, September 26, 2023 as Dr. Christy Davis Langston Day, 2023-24 Rockdale County Teacher of the Year.
Thank you, Ms. Mims, for that. We have one other nice gift for our Teacher of the Year, and this is from our Rockdale County Public Schools Foundation. At this time, I will ask our foundation board member, Sherry Snipes, to please come forward to make the presentation.
Hello, and good evening. The RCPS Foundation has supported the teachers of Rockdale County for over 30 years. Each year, teachers are given the opportunity to apply for many grants to support innovative teaching in their classroom. In addition, the foundation supports our finalists and Teacher of the Year with a monetary gift. So on behalf of the Board of Trustees of the Rockdale County Public Schools Foundation, I would like to congratulate all the honorees and present a check for $500 to our District Teacher of the Year. Each of the 2 finalists will find a $100 check in their gift bag as well.
We'll give you the real check, I promise. Let's congratulate all of our honorees. I want to thank everyone for being here this evening, and I do want to give a shout out to one of our Teachers of the Year, Ms. Phyllis Marino, who couldn't be here with us, but I know she's probably watching online, so we give a shout out to her and wish her well. I'd also like to give our sincere appreciation to the Rockdale Career Academy for hosting, Mr. Corey Benjamin, Ms. Barbara Mitchell, Chef Homer, Chef Bray, our facilities department, technology department, community relations, and all of our volunteer students who are listed in your program by groups who have been here to help us celebrate this evening. We thank all of them for their hard work. We hope you enjoy the reception, which is going to be out in our commons area. So when you exit, if you'll exit and you'll turn right as you're going back to the center of the building, and you'll see in between the curtains where you can enter our reception area. We hope you all have a great evening, and we thank you for being here. Good night.